Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Top Boxing, channel you come to for the other perspective. Thanks again for stopping by. Thanks again for all the new subscribers. I appreciate it. We can use some more. Absolutely. We want to grow this channel tremendously and be able to speak on boxing as opposed to listen to someone pushing a certain agenda towards one particular fighter. We want to talk about all fighters, all styles, all the big fights, in an objective way to grow the sport of boxing. I think the sport of boxing, in terms of knowledgeable fans, may be at an all-time low. So let us do our turn, our part, and keeping the sport up moving forward. So let's talk about Denny Swift Garcia versus Errol the True Spence. Great fight. Tremendous fight coming to us November 21st as of now being the end of September. November 21st on Fox pay-per-view for the IBF and WBC strap. As Errol Spence would put it, it's strap season, baby. All right. So, Errol Spence, 26-0, flawless record with 21 KOs, 80% KO percentage. A southpaw at that with a 72-inch reach. A tremendous fighter. 5'9.5". What of Denny Swift Garcia? 36-2. Those two losses coming by way of Thurman and Porter. Both very close fights. Very close fights. So 32 years old, 2 years older than Errol Spence, but in some ways maybe the younger man. 5'8", with 258 rounds in the ring. 68.5-inch reach. Quite a bit shorter reach than than Spence. That in itself may play to Spence's hand in this fight, because the ability to judge distance is going to be paramount for a guy like Spence in this fight, especially coming from where he's coming from. Not being hit like he's, can make a difference in such a long time. Not being touched by a guy like Denny Swift Garcia in such a long time. Coming off the types of injuries, not sure if anyone really truly knows the types of injuries he sustained, because for a long time he was gone out of the public eye. But from what it seems to me, and I repeat, from what it seems like there was some damage done to maybe some of his teeth. Not sure if it was the upper mandible or the lower. And maybe parts of his jaw. So those are extensive injuries for a boxer, for anyone. But let alone for a boxer, a guy that gets paid to be hit in the face and the body over and over again. So we have to take that into consideration. Not having seen Errol Spence since having fought Porter and then the injuries, and now fighting a big hitter, a guy with very heavy hands like Denny Swift Garcia. Now, you could argue whether or not he has the power based on what's been said about him by Porter and other people that's fought him. Keith said he hits hard. Porter says it's overrated. So you take that for what it's worth. To me, it seems like he hits hard, okay, because he has 36 fights, 2 losses, 21 of them by KO. The same amount of KOs that Errol Spence has, except he has 10 more fights. Okay, so that makes a difference. So, he's been world champion Danny Swift Garcia several times over. So there is a level of experience coming into this fight and a level of confidence coming into this fight that you know you have a chance, because most fighters will tell you if they're honest with themselves. I used to tell, as I was saying, I used to tell my son this before he took the mat or before he went and played football, whatever sport he was playing at the time, that you either win or lose before you even step on the field or in the ring or wherever it is that you're doing, because it's about that confidence. It's about getting your mind ready to do battle. So, in that sense, I think I give Dennis Swift Garcia the edge on that, because he is uninjured. He is, as far as we know, he is a tip-top shape. You say he's feeling good. I'm assuming he's had a great camp. This is arguably one of the biggest fights of his career, having 2 straps on the line. So, in my mind, I think the confidence level goes to Dennis Swift Garcia, because Errol Spence has been the best guy in the best shape as far as physical attributes, and maybe the most confidence coming into any fights to me until this one, because he, just like you or I, you or anyone else, does not know. No one knows what his body is going to react to, or how it's going to react to being hit hard, or going to distance, or whatever it is that's happening to him, because it all starts in the mind. Boxing is 90% mental, 10% physical. And matter of fact, Evander Holyfield just posted something on Twitter not too long ago. He says, the body achieves what your mind believes. And that's absolutely true. Pretty much saying the same thing. That boxing is 90% mental, or whatever combat sports that you in, and 10% physical. Meaning the way you come into the fight mentally is going to carry you through, either positively or negatively. So it remains to be seen which Errol Spence that we see. But let's talk about Danny Garcia first, once we get past this mental aspect. What Danny Garcia should we see? I have a few points I think that's going to be important in this fight. Danny Garcia must start early. Whether it's aggressive, overly aggressive, whatever you may want to tag it as he come into the ring, his very first